So we'll start in next 5 minutes. Yeah, I think we can get started. So thank you all for registering for the event. And on behalf of Satyava, I would like to welcome you for this ACS event. The speaker for today is Kushan. So he's working with Satyava since last 1.5 years, and he has done some exciting projects on the ACS. So Kushan, you want to start?
Yeah, thanks, Kushal. Hi everyone. Good morning or good afternoon from wherever you guys are joining today. So, I'm Kushan, and today's webinar is all about creating voice and video calling experiences with Azure. So, just let me share the PPT with you guys. Yeah. So, I hope the PPT is visible.
Yes, Kushan.
Yeah. So, a little bit about me. So, I'm a software engineer at Stiava. I work with front-end technologies like React JS, Flutter, React Native, and some server-side scripting languages like Node.js, PHP. So I also have experience working with various cloud services, including Azure Communication Services, which we'll be talking about today, and then Azure Logic Apps, Watson Natural Language Understanding, and so on. So that's all about me. Now let's look at our agenda for today. So first, we'll get to know the basic concepts of voice and video calling in Azure Communication Services. Uh, and then we'll move on to creating uh, a simple React app, which will have the voice and video calling feature. So we'll be doing this in less than an hour. So that's pretty impressive. And then we'll move on to exploring possible enhancements by combining other Azure services with the ACS. And then if time permits, we'll also have a bonus session uh, in which we'll add Teams interop in the same React app. So what is Azure Communication Services? So ACS is a communication platform as a service based on WebRTC. It is a new service from Microsoft which provides developers with various REST APIs and client SDKs to integrate various communication features like one-on-one calling, group calling, SMS text, SMS text messaging, etc. So, uh, so Microsoft provides us with SDKs for multiple platforms, including JavaScript, .NET, Python, Java, iOS, and Android. So it is so ACS is actually built with the same secure CPaaS platform used by Microsoft Teams. So it's scalable and trusted by millions of people worldwide. So yeah, so these are the features that ACS provides us. So why do we use Azure Communication Services and not any other communication service uh, that other providers provide us? Um, so the first point would be ACS can be connected with various Azure services to enhance the user experience in a website or a mobile application. So the possibilities are endless here. Then we also have interoperability with Microsoft Teams. So ACS user can connect to a Teams Microsoft Teams call seamlessly with no issues. Uh, and there's not much code change required on the ACS side either. So it's built with the same secure CPaaS platform used for Microsoft Teams. And also ACS is uh, one of the only, it is the only communication platform as service which has a easy to use UI library for the web. So you can find this UI SDK for React on npm.js, ACS UI SDK, and you can build a calling and chat experience on React within minutes. So they have this amazing call and chat composites, which just require you to enter the connection strings, and it just works out of the box. Although we'll be not looking into that today, so we'll be looking into how it works without these SDK tools. So we'll experience how the so we'll know how the UI SDK works in the backend as well. So let's get started with the code now. So before looking into the code, let's look at how this app is going to look and work. So I have the browser, two browsers open here, logged in with two different users on the app. So let me restart this. Yeah, so we have a window open here, and let's open one more. So let's log in as two different users on both the windows. So I'll log in as myself here. So when we click on login, uh, what the code does is it creates a communication user, and we are able to see the communication user ID here. So we can place a we can copy and paste this communication user ID on these in these text boxes and just place a call. So we'll place a call without video first. So we have a incoming call here. You can see the call state as well. It's it has changed to ringing. So now we can accept the call. Yeah, so it's an audio call, so I can hear it, so you might not be able to. So let's test out the video call. So if we turn on the video here, so this is the video stream of the remote participant. And so if we turn on the video on the test participant side, so we'll be able to see the video stream on Kushan's window. So there's a shutter blocked right now. Let me open it. So hi guys. So this is Kushan. So you can see there's a single camera, so it's using the same stream for both remote and local videos. So this is the calling experience. So we also have the options to mute and unmute the microphone and also hold the call. So now let's look into the code. So so we have various components here. First is the login component that we just saw on the home screen. So this is the login component where we create a user and ACS generates a communication user for us. So here we are creating a communication identity client. So what this does is it provides us various methods to create user, get tokens, etc. So once we have the communication identity client, we just need to pass a connection string here. So let's create a resource first in Azure portal. So create a new resource. Let's search for communication service. Create, and then you can select the subscription and resource group. And then let's name the resource demo. And okay, and then create this. Okay, so it's validating. Let's wait for it. Yeah, so once we click on create, it should create a communication resource in the resource group selected. State. Yeah, so we so it's still in progress. So let's wait for it. Yeah, so we have the resource created here. So once we have the resource created, you can go under tools to under the key section, you'll find a key and a connection string. So in our current project, we have placed this key and connection string in an environment file, .env file. So you need the ACS endpoint and connection string and also the ACS key. So this is the endpoint and this is the connection string and this is the key. Uh, so this connection string is being used to create the communication identity client. And using that, after creating a communication identity client, we can use the method create user to create a new user. So this would generate a communication user ID. And then we can use the same ID to create a token. So we can pass various scopes in the token. So it can be VoIP, voice over IP, chat, SMS, etc. So that so we have VoIP here. So we can't use the same token for chat. So once we include chat as well in the scopes, it should the token should work for chat as well. And then so we are setting the state for the logged in user after the user is created, and we have the token. So we are using the token response here and setting the user ID. So once we have the user created and logged in, we redirect them to a call card page. So the call card page has uh, all the functions to place a ACS call or a Teams call. So now let's look into this. So once the user is on the call card page, we immediately log them in once a component is loaded. So we use a Azure Communication Token credential, and we pass the token inside here. So this creates a instance of Azure Communication Token credential, which is required later to create a call agent. So next, what we do is we create a call client. Um, Call client provides us with various methods for calling. So for example, creating a call agent, getting the device manager, etc. So once we have the call client created, it has various methods. So we create a call agent then, and we this accepts two parameters, the token credential and a display name. So the display name is optional, but so we are accepting a username here. So we are passing the same thing to the create call agent function. And then so we use the same call client to also get the device manager and ask for device permissions. So if you see if I open this in a new private window, so once I log in, the browser will ask me for permissions to the camera and microphone. So we have the permission for microphone, allow. So how do we know if know the status of the call? So if we have an incoming call or not. So we use the same call agent to and use this callback method with this parameter calls updated, and then add or remove from this call state. So once we are logged in, we have these two options to place a call and place a call with Vedio. So we have get call options for this to get the video sources and audio sources, and also if uh, we are allowing the audio stream to be passed to the recipient or not, as well as video. So we pass a boolean flag here with Vedio if you want to place a video call and make it false if we don't want to pass the video. And on the basis of that flag, we enable the camera and microphone and create streams. So that's it for get call options, and then we'll look into how we place a call. So for placing a call, it's the same thing. We pass a with video flag, and this flag is used inside the place call function to get the call options. So we pass the with video parameter here and generate get the call options. So call agent provides us with a method called start call, which takes multiple communication user IDs uh, or even phone numbers. So we have not included that in the code right now, but ACS provides us with a feature to include phone numbers as well. So we pass the communication user ID array and the call options here, and the call is placed. So once the call is initiated, we render a different component, ongoing call card component. And once the call state is changed to ringing, the incoming call card pops up on the recipient side, and we are able to say incoming call card. So the incoming call card has three functions: to receive a call, to receive a call with video, and to end the call. So let's go to the incoming call card and check the functions. Yeah, so this incoming call object that we have set in the uh, callback function. So call agent on incoming call, and we are setting the incoming call here. So what this function does is, if the user is already in a different call, then it would automatically reject it, or it would set the incoming call to the object that we have received. And then incoming call object has various methods like reject, accept, and the accept method has a parameter which allows us to pass the call options. So it would include the call options if you want to include the video or not. And then from here we go to ongoing call card. So ongoing call card has the streams. So the streams need to be shown, and for that we have two different components again. The local video preview card and the remote participant card. So the remote participant card shows us the remote participants video stream, and the local preview card shows us the local video stream. So once the call gets accepted from incoming call card, so both the participants are see this ongoing call card component. So once the component is mounted, so we uh, initialize the camera and microphone and speaker devices and enable those. So uh, we know where to pass the stream. And then so we have this subscribe to remote participant function, which subscribe to all the remote participants that we get in the ongoing call card object. So it has various functions. So the participant object has various functions like uh, a callback function for display name changed. So we can set the display name on the React app. And we also have the state changed callback function which is used to maintain the state of the remote participant if they have changed their video to on or off, turn off their microphone. So we get all the states here, and we use that to display or not display the video stream, turn off the mic, turn off this audio, so stuff like that. Yeah. So in the ongoing call card, so we also had various things to mute and unmute the microphone. So for that, we have created these few functions. So to handle the microphone state, so we can use the call object methods like mute, unmute, and also it has various methods like uh, hold or resume the call. So it's just a simple function which checks for the state right now and calls the function according to that. We also have the screen sharing option here, and the call object provides us with uh, the methods to start and stop the screen sharing. So once the participant state is updated, we set the list of the remote participant streams in this state variable, and we use that in the component below. So for every participant stream that we have, we create a remote participant card and pass the stream and the remote participant object. So this participant object consists of the participant's name, user ID, and yeah, that's it. So let's go to the remote participant card and see how we render the stream. Yeah, so we use the stream that we have passed to the remote participant card, and we have this callback function, is available changed. So if the stream is available, we create a renderer and attach the renderer to the document itself, HTML document. So we have this create renderer function here. Uh, so which creates the renderer, and the renderer has a create view function which creates a view, and then we attach the view to the document. So we append a child, we use the append child method and append the video stream. So we can also, so like in Teams, we have this effect on the avatar when a person is speaking. So we can have we can have the same feature in our ACS applications as well, using this callback function where we pass the value is speaking changed. So this state can be used to modify the UI like the user speaking. So I think that's it for the ACS one-on-one calling feature. So next, I think we can look into the. So Kushal, do we have time to get into the Teams Interop thing?
Um, yeah, I think we can cover.
Okay. Uh, so the next thing would be, so in call card we have uh, one more function to join a Teams meeting. So the call agent provides us with one more function. So in place call we had used this start call method, but call agent also provides us with a method join, which is used to join Teams meetings. So we pass a meeting link here, or the various parts of a meeting link separately, like the meeting ID, thread ID, and stuff, and the call options. So here we'll be using the meeting link. So we just pass the meeting link value from the text box to this join method, and that's it. We don't have to do anything else. So it just works out of the box. So now let's join a Teams meeting first. So let's create this. Okay, so let's join this meeting itself. So Kushal, can you share me the meeting link for this meeting?
Yes. I've shared in this chat or this meeting chat.
Okay. Copy the link and paste it. So we have placed a call. So I'm joining in as Kushan now. So we have all the participants here. Uh, so let's search for Kushan here. Yeah. So we have this new participant, Kushan guest. So that's the ACS user. So adding Teams Interop is that simple. Yeah. So now Kushan has disconnected. Yeah. So I think that's it with the ACS demo. Now let's uh, see what else we can do with ACS and other Azure services. So we can combine ACS with Azure services like cognitive services, logic apps, Azure Functions bot service. So we can use the bot service to uh, have a chat between a user uh, and a bot. So we can use the same thread that we create in ACS and add a bot to that thread as an ACS user and communicate with the customer. For example, if we have a retail website and we want to include a chatbot there, so we can do it using ACS and the Azure bot service. So we can also so we have logic apps, so we can use Azure logic apps to uh, add features like creating a meeting using logic app and then forwarding that same meeting to the user, and the user can use the same meeting link to join using an ACS service. So that's one more scenario. Uh, then even cognitive services can be used to create an experience between an ACS user and a bot. So yeah, so we can also use the telephony channel to include a voice bot in the same ACS call service. Yeah. So where from here? So we have these three links. So it takes you to the Azure Communication Services homepage where you can see the pricing plan. So Azure Communication Services is not a free service; it's a pay-as-you-go service. So you can check out the pricing plans here, and then we have the documentation link here. So you can see how to add voice or video calling, text chat, and SMS as well in your applications. So this is a detailed documentation of that. And then we also have the list of SDKs that ACS provides. Yeah. So these are the SDKs that ACS provides us. So we'll be sharing this PPT with you guys, so you can check out the links later. And also you can subscribe to our newsletter and join azure.dev/Africa to learn about future events, or contact us at events@java.dev. So that's it for today. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Kushan. So if anyone has question, then they can post it on a chat, or if they want to have a conversation with Kushan, they can unmute.
Hi, Kushan. Thank you for sharing your knowledge. A very interesting session. I think I joined quite late, so I didn't really uh, start out from the beginning. But I don't know. Can you can you demo trying to add that chatbot feature?
Maxwell, the chatbot feature integration might take some time,
Sometime
so we
take a
can
lot of
have
time, right?
a future session later on. So uh,
Okay,
so we'll
okay,
have a
no
future
problem. Okay,
a session later on. So we'll keep you posted about that.
okay, no problem. I understand. Okay.
Or you can connect me on GitHub or LinkedIn and let me know if you need some help integrating those.
You can
Okay.
join the Discord channel, Maxwell, that we have for Africa. Okay. I think Fatima has just shared the link over chat, so you can join that, and we can also share the recording of this session as well with you. Okay, in case you have missed
Oh wow,
something.
absolutely, absolutely. I will be delighted.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we will post it on Discord, Maxwell. Okay. And I think Fatima has also shared a feedback form, so it would be great if you fill up those so that it will be a great learning curve for us as well. Okay then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah.
Kushan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. And please,
You.
you can subscribe to Satyava.Africa like Kushan mentioned. So for the upcoming events. Thank you. Thank you, Kushan.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Yep.